Welcome to Wild Breakaway with Walz. I'm Audra Martin. In a 56-game schedule, every game is going to be critically important. Tonight, it was a huge win for the Minnesota Wild to kick things off, a 4-3 win in overtime against the LA Kings, a team that they will face 8 times this season, now in the Western Division. And it's even that much more exciting when it's a win thanks to the rookie, Kirill Kaprizov, with a spectacular performance tonight, 3 points, including the game winner in overtime.
Yeah, we knew going into these games at the beginning of the season, you look all around the league, a lot of sloppy games, high-scoring games, defensive breakdowns, and that was really the case here with the Minnesota Wild in the first couple periods. And in his interview after the game, Marcus Foligno actually alluded to it, so they just didn't play very well the first couple periods. The third period was a different ball game. They got to their game, they got pucks in behind their defense, and were able to establish some forecheck. Depth scoring is going to be very important for this Minnesota Wild team. Victor Rask with a goal in the third period, Marcus Foligno with the tire, and as you mentioned, Kirill Kaprizov. That's going to be a handful to say as the year goes on, but I got a feeling we're going to say that name quite a bit. But Kaprizov, what a debut! Goal and 2 assists. Just was everywhere. I mean, he was in shooting lanes defensively, made great plays with a puck, was by far, it had nothing to do with the overtime goal, was by far the best player on the ice for the Minnesota Wild, and we're lucky we have him in a Wild uniform. Yes,
we are. Here's a look at tonight's final stats, a 4-3 win on the road. The Wild have opened their seasons on the road in each of the last 6 straight seasons, but it's the first time that they have walked away with a win since the 2015 season. Kirill Kaprizov, we can't say enough about him. He's the 9th player to score in his NHL debut for the Minnesota Wild, but just the 2nd Wild player to have multiple points in his NHL debut. It was a tough night on the power play for the Minnesota Wild, but there's plenty of time to turn things around. And for the head coach, he walks away knowing that he has a very impressive rookie on the ice with plenty more still to come.
I don't even know if it's anaerobic or aerobic capacity is phenomenal. He comes off, there's no red face, there's no, heavy breathing. It's just, it's like you could go right away, like the next shift. So again, when we're watching on the bench and, you don't know. I mean, we don't know. We haven't played a game yet. So, and we really haven't changed lines like we did tonight. So, but when you have that ability to go back with somebody like that, then clearly they're going to get some more ice time.
This 4-game road trip to start the season continues on Saturday with another showdown against the LA Kings. Then they will take on the Anaheim Ducks for 2 before they return home to open things up at the XL Energy Center. Saturday night, we hope you join us. 7:30, we'll get you started with Wild Live here on Fox Sports North. We will see you then. Until then, for Walz, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.